time for Daddy to make some funny.
For the yeah.
Chief, right? What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Mickey. Try to take over the world.
Can you hear me now? Good. I forgot I had changed some settings around. You should be able to hear me. Hopefully it's not staticky. I remember it was staticky last time. Like I was cutting in and out. But hopefully you can hear me. Hello, welcome. How's it going, everybody? No, Garnican. You found my weakness. You hear me fine? Thank you, Garnican. But welcome in. I saw Jayona was here. Good evening from Bangkok. Garnican, good morrow to you. 97A, how are you? Fredford, good morning. Hopefully not too much snow to shovel. Ever since I saw you tweet that, I'm like, it must be very cold for Fred. I must admit, I take Florida for granted. We just have sand. What's up, Mosquita? Welcome. Play game for fun, how are you? What's new? No snow to shovel? Good. Good to hear that. Happy for no snow. Yay. Sand is fine. Yeah, that'd be weird if we had to shovel sand. Could you imagine? Good morning. But yeah, and Go West is here too. Welcome, Go West. Alright, show. We haven't touched Eon in a couple weeks. So we had this puzzle here. It looks as though our dials are still set to the wrong one. I don't think we updated the, like, I remember fixing it on Box Edit, but I don't think I was logged into the account, so I never published the updated dials. So that's why it's spinning rapidly like this. But it still works as intended. We do need to continue tweaking these numbers, which we set up as asset spawners.
Ready to work.
Mosquito with the bits. Isn't game making shoveling sand? 9A7A. You've just connected the last dot in the conspiracy. So, now we're going to be visiting all the presets. What we were using. What's up, Paul? How's it going? Good morning. Now, these presets were being destroyed by water. So we were attempting to use some custom blocks to spawn. So the first thing I want to do this morning is test to see if they fixed it. They've been fixing things behind the scenes, so there's no telling if this will work. But I have invisible blocks that we made not too long ago. We even made a short YouTube video about it. But spawning those blocks using a multi-behavior has been crashing GameMaker. So we're just going to see if it crashes real quick. Yeah, that's a crash. So that still doesn't work. Oh, save already? See, that's why I did it at the start of the stream. So there wasn't much to lose. But right on cue. Thank you, Paul. Welcome, welcome. Sparky's here. Hi, Sparky. Good morning. Oh, 9-8. I should have enabled that emote. That's an important emote. Mondays. We need one for every day of the week. Do you guys know of any other memes that are like referencing weekdays? I know there's like turn up on a Tuesday. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Hump Day Camel. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, Sparky and Fred on the same page. Ryan! What's up, Ryan Donna? Oh, it's a holiday. Yay, President's Day. Yeah, I was told I could take today off too. So I'm excited for that. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Ironically, I wanted to work on games for the council. The council's like, no, you get to take the day off. Because we're all taking the day off. There's like random stuff that appears in my inventories. I feel like it's a bug. I did not add this to my inventory. Kay might have, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, so we're not going to be adding custom invisible blocks to our spawner anymore. Oh yeah, Garnican. That's a good one. Friday I'm in love. I should write these down. So I will. Good morning! Nicholas Mage is here. How you doing? So we'll do the Hump Day Camel for Wednesdays. We'll have the Friday. There's probably more Friday ones than any other day. I'd put money on that. Jessica Black. And then Friday I'm in love. If anybody else has some come to mind, let me know. 97A, I will look for a half-day one for you. Because that's like your inside joke. Or your, I should say, your half-inside joke. Half-day. Manic Mondays? That's a good one too, Ryan. Just another Manic Monday. Don't drop that. No. Red Conded, go back to bed. You'll see me in your dreams. Thanks for popping in, though. Thursday night football intro. Go West. That's a good one. I don't know. It's just something to remind us what day it is. You know, a lot of days will blend together.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
That's why I've started naming all my stream titles with the day of the week. It also makes it a lot easier to, you know, scroll through my Twitch and be like, oh, this is what he did Monday, Tuesday, etc. That's just something fun. So, today we're going to be hopefully working towards getting this puzzle working.
And I love you, random citizen.
So, as much as I hate to admit it, I kind of like how it glitchy goes to the next letter. It looks like 2 to 3 actually works really well. So we'll take a look at that. But I'm going to be remaking essentially all of the numbers. We did 1, 2, 3. I think we did 0 as well. So we're basically a quarter of the way there. So we have to essentially remake all the presets. And this is where they started at. We'll go to 2 to 3 because that looked better. So they were all supposed to be like stacked on top of each other. I recall that's how we did it. Well, that doesn't look right. Blue Tulip! Smashing Pumpkin said, today. Yeah, we'll check out Smashing Pumpkin. Geico Hump Day? Yes, Go West. I think Fred and Ferd and Sparky threw that one out, so I think that's a definite for Hump Day. Hump Day! Last week, Thursday was Friday. Yeah, 987.8. I know you've been in that boat. Some days, you just kind of lose them. But not today. So, I don't like... This is a very bad sign right now. Ideally, they should be kind of lined up together. So, taking a look here. Spinner 1, spinner... These are all spinner 1s. So they're going to be spawning in a fashion... And this looks like it's supposed to be like a cube. It's been too long for this. Garnican's buying a coin. Thanks, Garnican. Got a can. It's not Garna can't. So go to the meta block. And I'm trying to reproduce this setting down here so I can edit them individually. So this is number 3, which should be spawned like that. So maybe we did do it right. It's just I put them in the wrong placements. So this is 1, so this should be right here, right? So spinners 1 all spawn on this square. So it should spawn right there. However, that doesn't look correct. What about this guy? Did I have it spawn there? It looks like it. So instead of on the back square, it's on the line. What about these? Also on the line. Well, I guess it's salvageable. This is number 2, which might also be on the line. Nope, it's center. Then number 4 would also be on the line. And we have this gap here, which I do not want. Do not want. OG Shakes Beer! Welcome in, Mr. Beer. Never fear, the beer is here. Welcome in, OG. Cold Cuts!
Ready to work.
Bringing the resub. Thanks, Cold Cuts. Did you bring the cheese? Or just the cuts? Wicked U2, good morning to you too. Ian the IT guy, hi there, welcome. Hoddle Hill, good morning, welcome. Yoke's on you, what's new with you? Is it another yoke? OG, how was your stream? We're gonna do a giveaway now that OG's here. So make sure you at OG Shakespeare. That's the way to get into the giveaway.
You can do it!
You can do it! Drop that dun dun dun. Code word's gonna be up on screen. But if you type in at OG Shakespeare, it'll start it. Welcome, Preab's here. How you doing, Preab? Welcome in. Blue Tulip, nice to see you. Mine. Yep, Mosquito got dibs. So right now, not too happy with the format of this. It seems as though things got mixed up. This is number 3. Number 2, maybe like right there. 4 right there. Okay. I mean, we can work with this. This is our new choice, I suppose. Now, beforehand, I was doing the entire 4 square here. We might have more control by doing this. It's hard to say. I'm just thinking out loud here, but can I maybe put platforms on these? And then, if it has a platform on it, I can move it backwards into water. Let's just test this theory real quick. Skadoosh. What's up, Mr. Machina? How's it going? CCNC. Yeah, go west, we got this one too.
What did you say?
But yeah, thanks again for the raid, OG. You are a real one. You're a real OG. Okay, so we're gonna try the moving... Oh, no, we can't because of the health component. So we can't have a moving platform with a health component. That changes everything.
G to the M.
G to the M. What's up, Escape Room Artists? Welcome. So these take damage from the water. The only way to bring water to them is to spawn it on top of them. And it works, so I guess we don't need to. Alright, well, in that case, let's just save it, take another look at it in-game, and then we're going to get to work. So these work as expected. They spin, and basically they're playing their animation and then dying. That's how that works. These, on the other hand, every time they spin, they're playing their animation, but they're also spawning the next one sequentially. It's got a decent effect to it that I didn't intend to happen, where it kind of like is too slow, but I can't really adjust that very well. And ideally, I want to make the puzzle work before we start adjusting those types of things. But we have a good starting point. We have our animations. All of our animations are already set up correctly. What do we need to fix? The thing we're fixing is previous presets. So we want 3 to 4. What the heck? What the heck, Aroni? Yeah, these ones here. So when we put these down on the ground, we'll notice so we have spinner 4, 3 to 4. It looks like this is the wrong one. And we can see they're even kind of hard to click right now. So now I'm going to be recreating them in this style. Which isn't too difficult. We do need to make some duplicates. Each one of these we'll go ahead and rename. So this is going to be 3 to 4. And then we also have to adjust the message associated. So it's sending out the message spinner.4, so it's the 4th spinner, dot 4. So it's sending out the 4 message. So spinner dot 4 dot 4. And so that message goes everywhere one time. this will be 3.4. Your mechanic cuts, sir. Squire. Who does number 2 work for? Go West. Well, CCNC is cold cuts and cheese. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were memeing. The coldest of cuts. That sounds like a villain. She's got ice powers, and she'll cut you with cheese. She throws flying craft singles, and they'll carve into you. They're frozen solid. Alright, I'll roll that giveaway now. Cut it with cheese! Yeah, who cut the cheese, Cold Cuts? Hey, Jayona won, though. Congrats, Jayona. GG! We'll do another giveaway around closing time, so. GG! GG! Well done. So this weekend, I did work on more of our 3D NFTs. Those are going up in price very soon. Once we hit the 50 mark, I'm upping the price again. Now, once we hit that updated price, I also might try something new with them. As in, we might do the next collection as like animated GIFs, which might be fun. But we'll find out. We'll play around with it. Alright, so we updated all our interactions. Now, we're going to start double checking the behaviors. So we have 2 to 3, so we're going to want 3 to 4. We have the play count, and then the animation message to play. Now, one thing is that all of these are using multiplayer decorations. I think I want to shift them all to single player. By default, it looks like they were set to door. Or no, that's what I had them on before 0.8. But when I updated them, or, you know, updated the game to 0.8, it like defaulted everything to multiplayer. So from this point forward, I just want to double, like, ensure that they're all on single player, because that might help us in the long run. It is worth noting that single player and multiplayer behaviors and components communicate properly in a single player experience. If this was a multiplayer map, they might not communicate appropriately. So it's not too big of a deal for me on this game, but it is worth noting. And plus, I want to get into the habit of making sure everything has the same behavior, or, you know, single player SP. So this is going to be 3 to 4. We have the first one playing one time, and that's going to make it stop on 3. And that's going to be playing on start. Then we have the play one time, play on receive message. Message to play will be spinner .1.4. So that's going to play. We don't need any message going out. Now, ideally, I could also have a message that kills off things. And we can set that up just to test. We have a message at start, which could technically kill something. This is spinner 3 to 4. We made 2 to 3. I'm just double checking. So this is the one we made. We haven't made this one yet. Yep, that's correct. Or this one. Yeah, we did. What? Okay, cool. Okay, so we have our interaction. We now have our animated decoration. Now we move to the back piece, which is very hard to click. Black piece also had plant behavior on it. Now the newer versions, all they have is a health component. The health component allows me to reset it using water, but also by using a death message. So what's nice with health components is we have two ways of killing things. So I'm using damaging blocks and a death message. Now I'm thinking about adding a plant behavior to this, but I'm not too entirely sure if that's a good idea. Because we're already receiving a death message, I don't think a plant behavior will even do anything. So it doesn't seem like it's worth adding at the moment. And we were using the damaging blocks water for a reset function. Now, I could skip the water blocks entirely and just add plant behaviors to all of them that use the same reset message. And then we don't even have to worry about the water damaging blocks. Which I recall we had to go with that solution because plants weren't destroying their parent hierarchy structure, which they fixed. So I can go back to using plants. So we have to take a couple steps back here because they fixed that plant bug. So right now, this should delete itself. We can even test that real quick. It's supposed to delete the entire parent structure. Before it was only deleting the parent. And we had a huge problem with that with this puzzle. This is why I was kind of fed up with this game for a while. Like a couple weeks after we imported it. Basically, this entire puzzle was broken because plant hierarchy was not working. So that being said, let's just take a quick look at that. We can see if this is working at all. So we can see here I have all of these that are now associated. And it is, in fact, working. It is working as intended. However, we do have to still update, I think, everything. Maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely going to need some tweaking, though. Ugh. Yikes. Alright, one puzzle at a time. I'm going to change up the music. But yeah, now we're going to, instead of using water, I'm going to attempt to use the plant behaviors again, and we'll see if it works. And that's all its purpose was, is to reset. That's the entire purpose of the plant behavior. The rest of them can stick around, I believe. So we're going to keep the reset functionality, which we probably have a different name for it. And then it's also going to be destroyed on the following spinner message. So everything attached to it is waiting for spinner.1.4. The plant is waiting for 1.5. because that's like the final kill all for that specific plant. Now, the rest of it looks pretty good. Again, we were using the health components because that gave us a good way of destroying it. So we're also adding that. And this time we're not going to add the water. We're removing the water from the puzzle. Not because it was ineffective, but rather because using plant behaviors is more optimized. So we're at the stage in this puzzle where I can focus on optimization, then build it. Because we've already made it how many times now? So we'll do spinner.1.4. So again, it basically is destroyed when we touch it, as in we interact with it. The interaction comes right here, which is a speaker component. We should definitely ensure these are all using the single player speaker. That's something, again, I can optimize here and now. So that's why we're looking at it. And so that message going out is spinner.1.4. That's going everywhere all at once for one time. That's going to start the wheel. So the wheel will then play, so spinner.1.4. Now, I could make a new message here in an attempt to get rid of that glitchiness. But the glitchiness isn't really affecting the puzzle. And if I put 1.5, it would ruin things. Maybe for a test, we'll try it, though. Because if it works, like, I am happy it works, you know? Like, if it doesn't work, well, too bad. So we'll do 1.4.2. 1.4b? Nah. 1.4.2. Or 1.4.kill, maybe? I guess that makes most sense. So that same message will also destroy the plant. And with that in mind, we would probably remove that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and start restructuring this. I should have like a notepad right there. Yep, that's getting destroyed. Delete. This goes right here. So this is spinner 1, 3 to 4, and M. We'll go ahead and rename these. This is spinner 2, 3, and spinner 4. We're going to be deleting all the little notepads there, so we can move these out of the way. Noble! Halfd0rk buying a coin. Thanks, Noble. How are you, Mr. Lion? Okay, so we'll move this into place. So this is the 3 to 4 interact. That's essentially going to be in front of the spinner. These are all positioned appropriately. Got 3 to 4. And then we needed the interact. So where was the interact? This one. Great. So this is ready to be presetted. We can just double check that yes, it stacks on the other one. So now I'll save it as it's preset. So I would like to test, before I continue, the interaction of it spawning the next one sequentially, because we did add the plant behavior stuff. So I'm going to be making that before I continue. And we can put this over here just so we can see it as we test it. So I won't delete it. And instead, I will add an asset spawner. I can just grab any of them. And we're basically just going to spawn something on that same message. That preset is going to be the next one in line, which is 4 to 5. So spinner 1, 4 to 5. On the spinner 1.4 message. Cool, so that same message is going to spawn 4 to 5. This one here. We can easily just recreate it. This will be spinner 1.5. That's going everywhere all at once. This one we do need to update, make sure it has the correct plant behavior. Doing great, says Noble. I work right now with you in my ear. How we doing? Well, hopefully I'm not distracting or annoying. But I'm doing well. I'm just working on stuff that, you know, bothers me. So I'm annoying and distracting myself. But, yeah, I don't know. How I consider game making, it's kind of like problem solving. Or like puzzle solving, really. So yeah, it's like busy work. It's weird to think about making a game as a chore, because I enjoy it. But yeah, that's why I'm here now, doing this with you all. I just find it fun. Plus, I do need to remind everyone that I am freely answering questions. So if anybody has questions about Game Maker, Sandbox, whatever you got, throw it out there. You know, we got a chat room of people that also want to help. Relaxing and motivating? I like to hear that. Thanks, Sparky. Thanks, Noble. Big part of the morning routine. Well, I appreciate that too. It's definitely become routine. We've been doing this a full year now. Same time frame, same hours every week. And it's helped motivate myself, and I'm glad I can help motivate you all. So this is 1.5.kill, so we're testing something new here. We want to make sure it works. So we've got the plant behavior. Woo! I love the dork and chat in my ear. I don't know, the way you guys phrase it makes it sound not as fun. He's right in my ear. I can't get him out. Can't run from the dork. So we got spinner, 1.4, and then 1.4 kill, which we're going to be making here on the animation. So this is play count 1, starts on 4, and then play count 5 starts on a message. So play on receive message. Wait, no, I think we want this one to be 5 to 6. Right? Because this one's 3 to 4. So no, 4 to 5. So this one will be play on receive message, which it has the correct message in front of it. So spinner.1.5. And then it's sending out spinner.1.5.kill. So this interaction should be 1.5. Yes, it is. So we're good. All right, so now I will position those in place. And we'll save that preset. Move everything back, and then I'll delete this. We just saved it as a preset, so we're good. Yeah, and let's test it. I just want to see if this new kill message will be efficient. Unfortunately, like when 0.8 first came out, plant behaviors were not working correctly. They have since fixed it. So now it is deleting the parent hierarchies. Huh. I don't think I connected the correct preset, that's why. So that would have been in our asset spawner. No, spinner 1, 4 to 5. So for testing, I'm also going to add an interact message to this. Do. This one will be 3 to 4. So we're testing it a little bit. So the interact will restart. One to 4. So now we'll have a endless loop that we can test. So it started on 3, goes to 4. That actually looked a little bit more natural. 3 to 4. 3 to 4. And then it's deleting itself. Hey, Static, what's happening? Secret Meow, how are you? Welcome. Garnican, I did promise that, and I am overdue for video. So, Garnican, I might spend today making a little bit of something. Actually, yeah, I started on a video, and I didn't finish it. It's basically close to done, though. It's like 75% there. So, I will do that today. That'll be my thing. And I'll also make a checkpoint video. Because I know that's an important mechanic. Have a nice day. Thank you, Static. Have a great one. Secret Meow, any ideas when 0.8 will release? Meow, it's actually sooner than we think. There was a planned update. I'm just going to check my notes, though. Basically, 0.8.1 was supposed to come out like this week. Oh. Never mind. Might be by the end of the week, though. So hopefully by the end of the month, we're going to have 0.8.1, which is just going to have a lot of bug fixes. So that's, you know, pretty good news. And that's just something I heard from the grapevine. But you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from the grapevine. So we got 1, 4 to 5. Now, that's working as intended. However, it's not spawning our 4 to 5 correctly. So let's take another look at it. Because 4 to 5 is like being destroyed. So I'm not quite sure why that might be. I don't think it had the interaction in front of it. It looks like we forgot to parent that. Just at first glance. So that's an easier fix. We can just position one interact in front of it. Then change the message. 1.5. Change the name of this asset. This is 4 to 5. Then we'll resave the preset, and this time, before I resave the preset, I have to attach that interaction. So now that these should all be connected, then we save the preset. That's it. 3 to 4. Now, that next one was supposed to spawn 4 to 5. So for our tests, we'll go ahead and loop this with 1.5. And ideally, they should just keep constantly cycling. That's not working. Spinner out 1.4 to kill. So it's not killing the other one. Like, I can see it stacked. So we have 2 5s right there. 3, 4. And it's not resetting properly either. 3, 4. 4, 5. 3, 4. 4, 5. It doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to loop that direction, for sure. It's spawning oddly. Like, it's spawning on the X face, then it immediately changes, which looks really odd. I don't like that. So I'm trying to think what my options are here. I need a water. I'll be right back. So I don't think I saved the preset for 3 to 4. Although I don't think I changed it at all either. So 4.kill is supposed to go out, destroying the plant behavior. No, I think this is updated. Now I can also try setting this to the end message. Just to see how it looks. 3 to 4. 4 to 5. So it's the way it's spawning in looks very odd. So how can I go about that? Well, in Vox Edit, I could make a version that has all of the faces on the outside, so it's only black. It's so strange. Are all of these working the same way? The 3 to the 4s actually look appropriate because they're not being overwritten. And the rest of them are rotating well enough. Man, I'm not happy with how this puzzle's looking. Now it just crashed. So it is 9 o'clock. I don't need any coffee right now. Ugh.
G to the M.
Coffee. Thanks, ERA. If only it was that easy. Just douse yourself in hot coffee. I guess that would wake you up. Speaking of coffee, I was just poking at the shop on Sandbox, and this was like updated recently by Voxy. It's a fortune teller coffee cup. It's actually really cute. It tells your fortune. It's kind of like a magic 8-ball. Yes, no. Actually, low-key, I do want this. Did something change regarding the creator fund? Yes, Sparky. Big change was... Actually, I'm not sure if this has been announced yet, but the creator fund is like shifting towards Sandstorm. So Sandstorm is basically providing work for the creator fund, and the creator fund, which is all these artists, are essentially being removed as like Sandbox employees. Yeah, so that's the big thing, Sparky. So that had been announced, it seems. Oh, I am a fan of this artist's work, because I bought this one. Although the prices did go up, I do think it's worth the value for a legendary, for sure. That was a good deal when I bought it. And she made a DJ. A little bit too much color for me on this one. But it's a portable DJ. That's cool. Now, what do I want to change here? Oh. Spinner 1.5. So that was the old one that we didn't... So we lost a little bit of work because of the crash, but that's fine. So it's 4 to 5. It might also help for me to revisit this asset and then work on it. Hey, good morning, Vvox. How are you? Welcome in. So what I might end up doing is, instead of going from 4 to 5, it's going to be looping on a new default, which will be black. So it's just a full black spinner. So we would have to redo most of this, because I would like for it to be a little bit more uniform. So I think that's going to be the best course of action. So I'm going to go ahead and save this preset, and then we're going to hop into good old Vox Edit. C'est la vie. Oh, no official announcement. Okay, Sparky. Good to know. Okay, so this should be in my January folder. And it is! Yay! First folder structure actually working out. Okay. So we're going to be making a new version, so I like to resave. So this will be... I called it dial, but we'll do MN_lock -dial _v2. So this is one thing I hope they change soon. They don't update the name at the top, but apparently I'm working from the new file already. But the file that I'm working inside of should also update. But I just do this just to be sure. Exit and come back in. Alright, so what I want to do is essentially make a blank version, which won't be too difficult because of the way I structured this. I can just pop them inside. So that will give it this idea of it resetting. And then if I start on that animation of the blank version of the dial, which will look like this, it would then not have that flicker effect be so noticeable. And it's kind of like a failsafe in case it breaks, because all of the numbers will be hidden inside, and then you would just press the reset button anyway. So let's go ahead and make a new animation. So we'll do duplicate. This will be blank. I would like it to be at the very top of our animation order. I've noticed that sometimes whatever is alphabetical tends to like default if something goes wrong. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. So I'll do set as default for the blank. And then the blank essentially just needs all of our numbers to be hidden inside. So I'll just push each one inside. mean, this dial's relatively optimized. It only has 282 faces. It's not the best, but... Cool. So the asset itself is going to be hidden behind a wall. So I really don't need to spend too much time making it, you know, like prestige circle. So this is generally the effect I wanted. One thing I'm a little bit unhappy about is each of my numbers. Because of my circle not being perfect, they kind of appear differently. I tried my best to like center it on whatever number was in the middle. So that's what we're gonna, you know, keep as the main focus here. Thanks for the lurk, VVox. Okay. We'll try it. So that's all I really wanted to do in Vox Edit. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to do. Because we saved a new version, I can delete all the extra stuff here. Now it's a little bit cleaner. I do have 2 blank nodes. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll save that. Well, I'll go ahead and spend some time redoing the rest of these presets so we don't have to spend as much time tomorrow. So tomorrow it'll probably be a little bit more interesting. Or better yet. There is something else I could do instead. That's fine. 3, 4, 4, 5. We'll keep working on this. This is going to be 5 to 6. We're going to be changing the starting animation. But for now, I'll put it on 5. Oh, maybe I did this wrong. I think I did do that wrong. So this should have the previous number. So this should be 1.4.kill. I might have found a mistake. That I made, of course. Of course. This will be spinner.1.3.kill, which we hadn't made yet. Which is supposed to be spat out when So it's spinner dot 1.4. Which is supposed to kill this, and it's 3 to 4. 3 to 4. Petition for an extended HD stream. Is there nobody else streaming today? Spinner dot 1.3 dot kill. Sparky signs. Sorry, not enough signatures.
You can do it!
I'm doing it. That looks good. So this one's gonna be spinner 1.4 dot kill. Yeah, pickaxe will be on. What's nice is I do have today, quote-unquote, off. So I can maybe stream my own project later. Yesterday I streamed a bit. Some of you popped in. It was a social hub for my own personal, stuff. Ooh, Vox said it streamed a raid. Sparky,
Wow.
Beans. Wow. What's up, Kay? Welcome in. What up? Alright, so this one is 5. So we'll do spinner 1.5. And 1.5 dot kill. Did I do that? Nope. And this one be the next in line, so we'll do spinner 1.6 dot kill. And then it also needs the health component. Did I remove the health component from some? It's supposed to be destroyed. What? I don't think I changed this. In bed lounging? Let's go. Oh, Halfd0rk, you do not need to feel obligated. It's too early. Enjoy your morning, Miss Hill. Oh, play Game for Fun's gonna stream. Ooh, cool. We got double sparkles. Double up. So this one, I think the health got removed somehow. So, okay, so we're looking at it. 1.3 kill and then 1.4 in the health. So that's what we're going to go with. So it's 1.4 kill and then 1.5 in the health. So we're going to do a destroy 1.5. So this should be 4 to 5. It is. So this one's going to be 1.5 dot kill and then 1.6. That looks good. We'll make sure it says 5 to 6. Yep. This one's going to be 6 to 7. And then the instant death message. So this is, I think I might have typed it in the wrong for the other one. It's good to acknowledge it now and not later. Just checking. 1.5. 1.4. And yes, that's in the correct place. Alright, so 6 to 7. So I did want to rename these. So spinner 1. Spinner 1. 6 to 7 anim. 5 to 6 anim. Looks good. 5 to 6. 6 and then on kill. We do need to make sure these have the correct tags. So this is 5. So it's resting on 5. That's the one that this counts as. So this one is 1.4, which it looks like it has the correct tag, so we're good there. It's killed on 4.kill, and it plays on 1.5. When we interact with the front, that's going to send out the correct message. So this one is on the incorrect one at the moment, so it's 6 to 7. So we want it to be 1.6.kill. And it's supposed to be going 2.7. .7. And this one should be a spinner 1.6. Which means this one's .5. Yes, it is. Now we're checking the interactions. So this one's supposed to be spitting out spinner. Every time I say spinner, I think about that villain from My Hero Academia. His name's Spinner. Well, Halfd0rk, I'll probably end around my usual, which is 10 o'clock. So 45 minutes. Miss Halfd0rk. So this one should be 1.67. 1.6. Cool. So now I can resave the presets. I did edit most of them, so I'll just save all of them. We've already renamed them, so all I have to do is copy paste. Don't drop that! Hey! Too late. Let's go Wes' favorite emote right now. Spinning wheels on cars. What is that icon? Ryan! Just saw a preview of D&D movie. Do you think this will be popular with those who don't know D&D? I was lost trying to keep track of everything they said in the preview. Wondered what a D&D expert like yourself thought. It's a good open question, and anybody else is welcome to answer, Ryan. I think they aren't going with the nature of D&D. They're kind of making it a Hollywood, kind of like bastardized version of D&D. So it's not like the same thing. I don't think people are going to watch the movie and then want to go home and play Dungeons and Dragons, is my opinion on it. I think it'll be a fun kind of like field trip as to like the things you'll encounter in Dungeons and Dragons. And it might get people interested, but I don't think it has the same spirit as, you know, like the game Dungeons and Dragons, which is literally interactive storytelling where we're all kind of contributing to a narrative. Because it's its own thing. It's not a movie, you know? You're not making a movie with your friends. That's a good question. Okay, so before I continue, I'm gonna go ahead and try clicking through these. I don't think it's gonna work how I imagine it. No, because I don't have any of my asset spawners set up. So this should be 3 to 4. 2, 3, 3, 4. This will be 4, 5. 5, 6. And I don't think we did anything with this one, but I'll put it in anyway. And then we'll just check, make sure they're receiving the messages, which they're not yet. So this will be spinner 1.3, I believe. So as long as this one's 1.2. Yep.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10,
You are an 11! Nicholas Mage, I hope people don't feel like, yeah, I love it. Where can I buy into D&D? Nicholas, do you play or have played? And the video game. Well, yeah, Escape from Artists, it's very popular right now. Dungeons & Dragons is overall very popular. However, playing Dungeons & Dragons is like its own beast. Like, you have to learn how to play, you have to assemble the maps, the characters, whatever. Like, there's a lot of work for the Dungeon Master, just to put it bluntly. And so, like, yeah, I hope that it draws up more attention. I think Dungeons & Dragons is a good game. There was a lot of greediness by Wizards of the Coast in the last couple months, which gave Dungeons & Dragons a very bad light for the community. So not everybody was very happy with the decisions made by the company. But the company has backtracked on some of those decisions, which is a good thing, because the community made a really big stink about it. 5, 6. We need 6 to 7. Yeah, people have to buy dice, yep. That's even like a collection. Like, that'll... If somebody likes to hoard things, dice is one of the best things to hoard, that's for sure. 1.6. Alright, well, we can test it. I'll save it first. Oh, you meant back in the 80s? Gotcha, ERA. Dragons in and around dungeons. Yeah, I was like half memeing K, because I would still make an RPG. And I've got some ideas for incorporating Dungeons & Dragons, like the game. Like, here, I'll just share those ideas, because I think they're worth sharing. But we would have a social hub of a city. This city would be a recurring city. Now, because it's a recurring city, that means I can make it once, and then I can interchange things as they happen in our Dungeons & Dragons game. Let's just say that there is a character that you go to often. This is the bartender. The bartender will be there in the social hub, and then you, as a player in our Dungeons & Dragons game, will walk up to them and interact with them. And so we're basically playing Sandbox and Dungeons & Dragons at the same time. And so then you'll be like, oh, I want to go to the blacksmith. And so you'll run in Sandbox to the blacksmith. And then I'll, do the voice for the blacksmith. Etc., etc. Three. Okay, so here's all the new presets. 4, 5, 6, 7. So they work, and we just made the updated one that's going to hopefully play it. In ERA, you've only played one campaign in your life, and you're a huge fan. Ooh. Well, ERA, I'm going to make sure you get a chance to play in our games, too. Nicholas Major, I thought about making an MP dice that everybody can see the result, so everybody can play in the same land. I think that's a fantastic idea, Nicholas Mage. Yeah, if you Yeah, let me know how your tests go, Nicholas. If anything, I imagine if you put it out of reach to where only one person can interact with it at the same time, that'll be your best option. Because then other people are probably going to, you know, interact with the same button or whatever. And that might break it. So it looks like one of these is not working properly. It's probably this one. It's sending out 1.6, which would then be caught by this one. But it's also supposed to be catching this animation. It should be 5 to 6. So message to play, it's playing 6 on received message. So it looks like the message is being received. Now is it going out? Spinner 1.6, yeah. And is it all attached? Yes, it is. And it is being destroyed here. So there's only 3 portions to this. So where would it be going wrong? Now, what about this one? We want 1.6 to kill. Dies on 1.7. This one should be 6 to 7. That looks fine. Sends out 7. I mean, it appears to have the correct messages, so I'm not sure why it's interacting that way. Take another look here. Might have been spawning the wrong preset. 5 to 6, 6 to 7. No, I don't. 3, 4, 4, 5. 5, 6. And 6, 7. Save it again. $97A, you could have a library of presets for events. Yeah, see? $97A, it's a good idea. So, for example, I was thinking the same thing along those lines where it's like, we'll say the bartender attacks you. So there would be a preset where we play that animation where the bartender like hops over the counter. Or perhaps like maybe an explosion in the city, like there's a asteroid hits. Garnican says, I kind of fears what would happen if someone tries to make ChatGPT to imagine itself as a DM. Oh yeah, Garnican, it's very marketable for that. Because it's essentially you're saying, oh, I steal the coin purse from the guard. Then ChatGPT's like, okay, roll a dice. What did you get? Then I type in 10. The guard notices you. ChatGPT will go on. Because of the laws in the city, and then it'll state some laws, you are brought down to the courtyard. And you await further trial. Okay, so we want to see the dials in the back there be destroyed here. So it did destroy this one. Okay. Take another look at it. Uh-oh. I fat-fingered! We're good, though. Interesting. This is 4 to 5. It's playing 5 and rotating. This looks correct. This is the associated totem pole for it. It's being reset on 4. Okay, I think it's being reset on the wrong one. If this is 4 to 5. Yes, it is. So it's supposed to be destroyed on 1.5 deck kill. Right? Maybe not. Okay, we'll keep that. And it's supposed to be destroyed on when it goes to 5. Alright, and then what does the interact do? The interact is sending out 1.5, which is correct. Because it's 4 to 5. And everything is connected. Have you tried? I haven't personally tried how you're describing. I think it would be a lot of fun. I know for a fact that people are considering it. In fact, Wizards of the Coast had kind of leaked their business plan for this year, and AI was a big part of it. They essentially wanted to charge people $30 a month for access to that, like a single player or group, activity of AI-generated dungeons. There is a big market for that. Especially with the movie coming out. They just timed everything very poorly and mishandled the community's reaction. So right now, Wizards of the Coast, like the TTRPG gaming community, so tabletop role-playing game community, they are very unhappy with how Wizards is handling things. Okay, so it's not deleting this one. We gotta find out why it's not deleting this. It looks as though it deleted the plant. However, this one is not gone, so plants are still bugged. And that's not a good sign. Because some are getting deleted, but not all of them. Unless this is a fake. It also appears to only be that one. So I think it could be as simple as me duplicating this and then re-parenting it to fix that, which is such a strange solution for a bug. It's basically like, hey, you've been using this one for, a couple months now, but now it's bugged, so just make a new version of it. You'll be fine. Because that's kind of what I did, was I had duplicated only these two. This one I had just edited an old preset. So I'm glad I remember I did that. That's for sure. So basically I was editing an old preset for the second one. So if that's the solution, it's kind of frustrating. Cool. So I'm literally just replacing this. It didn't even keep the same name. So this is 4 and 5. All right, now we're just going to resave the preset. Kind of interesting if you ask it to make a script do X, but when I asked it if it could update an existing PHP code from 7 to 8, kind of refused. Yeah, I heard, Garnican, that ChatGPT does most of the work, at least the grunt work, so that's very helpful. And it is fun. Fredford has also experimented with it. D-Electronics, what's happening? Yeah, helpful. Helpful. If you know how to use it, it's a tool, I imagine, like, people are going to be making games with those stories, too. In fact, Panda Pops has been literally doing it on her streams of, like, things she finds in a goblin-inspired tavern. Like, what games do the goblins play at the bar? You know, those types of questions she's asking ChatGPT, and it's spitting out great answers. So we're looking for the back spinners to all be destroyed. Okay, this one's still not being destroyed, which is very strange. Maybe it was because I didn't edit this either. Okay, so I'm going to remake this one. Did it need a tag? Interactives and plant. That's all it had. So this is 4 to 5, I believe. So we want message to be destroyed on the reset, which I don't even think this is the correct reset. But also 1.5.kill. And then it's also waiting for 1.6 from the health message. We can even just double check it. This one. This is 4 and 5. Is this one 4 and 5? No, this one's 3. This one's 3 and 4. So we wanted 4 and 5. So I got the wrong numbers. 1.4.kill. This one is 1.5. Okay, so now I'm going to search all of them and then just reparent it. Saved it. Making it to write your lab reports. Has anybody noticed it, D? Really gotta watch it though because it'll randomly go off. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. AIs will kind of talk in circles unless you pull them out of the circle. But just imagine how in the future, like, it is accelerating at a ridiculous rate. Like right now, from what I understand, there's actually AIs that are being developed to recognize AI. We'll know soon enough. I just started. Well, I'm not gonna snitch. Snitches get stitches. Okay, so it's supposed to delete the next one. Interesting. So this one is not getting destroyed. Is there another reason why it's not being removed? We have the animated decorations. Did it have another component? No. So this message is not killing it, but we do notice it's killing the parent, which is the weird thing. So if I'm to put this over here and I kill it using the plant behavior, which I'll interact with it, it's supposed to destroy the child. Now, however, this is 1 out of 3 that is not being destroyed. Now it's being destroyed. But if I remove this interaction and I'm looking specifically for this message, 1.4.kill, that message was not going out. That message goes out from its child right here. Basically, it's going to play 1.4.kill after it does its animation. Now it's waiting for spinner.1.5. That message is supposed to tell it to essentially destroy its parent. That message comes from an interaction in the front. Let's try it again. So by interacting with the front, it should destroy itself. Okay, so it's working. So now I'm going to resave the preset. I didn't really change anything except add a message and remove it. We'll walk through the process again. So it's doing it again. I don't understand. It's working, but not after I spawn it. But not after I spawn it. The other ones are working fine too, which is what is really confusing. Yeah, machine learning to hide from other machines, pretty much. Taking to class. Have a good class, dude. Thanks for popping in. Muchos gracias. So, yeah, this is such a strange conundrum. So it's only after I spawn it from an asset spawner that it stops working. So it's this one here, spawning it. It doesn't seem to have anything different about it. Now, this could be as simple as restarting Game Maker too. Wake and bake, go 24K. In more ways than one. Well, this is somewhat frustrating, so I might end up switching gears. It's almost the end of the stream, though.
So it's
420! Nuke! What's happening, dude? Mr. Skywalker. Hey, I approve of the nap life. Fred, do you nap at all? Dude, nap life is pretty good. Lurking and working, thank you so much, Nuke. I hope your work is going well. If burritos were a drug, what donut flavor does a dry cleaner's computer like? If burritos, escape from artist, what are you talking about? Child life requires naps. There you go. Lately, I've incorporated a weird sleep schedule, so I haven't been napping as much. But like for months, I was just taking a nap in the afternoon, and it worked for me. Randos. Okay, so I'm spawning my preset, and upon doing so, it's not looping correctly because it's not killing the previous one. So I'm going to test a few things. First thing I'll test is I'm going to remove this asset spawner and then re-add it. And in fact, we'll even try it as multiplayer here. So it's going to keep that spinner 1, 4 to 5. So this one should delete the one in the far corner. Okay. This one's supposed to delete the one to my left here. But it's only deleting the parent. Which is not what we're looking for here. And that is what's messing up everything. And I can't for the life of me figure out why it's breaking. Because the parent hierarchy structure is there. The other ones are fine, because they're getting deleted. Basically, the parent is being destroyed, and it's taking the child with it. For whatever reason, this one, the parent's being destroyed, and it's not taking the child. And I can't figure it out. There's no reason for it to not. Perhaps it's the animation. Perhaps the message needs to occur on the end. Because I did attempt that with one of them. So we'll try it with this one. Maybe that's what's breaking it. At this point, I'm grasping for straws. But hey, that might be the correct straw. Sometimes parents need a break. Yeah, this parent is like at the cigarette store for like all of our stream today. Mentioned before, naps make you beachy. Hey, I mean, beach life is good, right, Sparky? A little bit sandy sometimes. Nuke can't get GPT to work for anything? Really, Nuke? I've had decent success with it. You just gotta word your questions right. Okay. It's still doing it. I saw this one get destroyed, whatever was right here. What's up there? Maybe I'm getting too many messages, like, being mixed up, like this one here. Which is literally spawning the thing that I don't want it to spawn. So that could have been the problem. Right there, right there. We might have found a problem. I guess we'll find out. Basically, I had the message go out and be received by too many things. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, it's working now. So essentially the message was being received by two things at the same time. And that's the whole reason why I made unique messages, was so only one thing was receiving it. So yeah, we kind of accidentally left one of them alive. It didn't help that I was like making them over here too. So I think some of these are receiving messages, but they're not sharing. And sharing is caring. So that was a my bad. This is usually what happens when I revisit old logic. It's like, why isn't it working? Beats my head against the wall until it works. Spinner got one got shipping got kitty. Good job, that didn't take long. Yeah, Nuke. Only over an hour. So that message is destroying it. I honestly don't need the health components. The health components were more for the water. So I'm going to go ahead and take a risk here and delete the health component from all of these. Now, the reason for that is because I'm spawning the plants, and the plants now work. That was the entire goal from the start. This is how we set it up in 0.7. Then 0.8 came around, and plants stopped working. Fast forward 2 weeks after 0.8 is out, they fixed the plant behavior, so now it's killing the children. Unfortunately, my messages were being intercepted. So that tells me that that message, which I set up, like 1.7 point kill here, can only be received once before it starts getting jumbled up with everything else happening. That's just a note that I'm making for myself, that if I'm destroying assets using a message, destroying more than one is going to have mixed results. So, based on all that logic, puns intended, I'm going to remove the health components from these, and we're just going to rely on the plant behavior. Now, with all that said, it should work consistently. The last thing I'll do is I'll change these. This will be 7 to 8. And it is going to be playing on spinner.8, so 1.8. And then it's removed on spinner.1.7.kill. So it's playing that message, which essentially destroys itself. And then this interaction is essentially summoning 1.8. So this will be spinner.1.8. Last thing is I want to change the tag of this. So the tags are important simply because they allow my lock mechanism to be like, oh, this is the correct lock in place. I will open the door. This one should be 7. No, this is 6 to 7. So I think I skipped a number. So 7 to 8. So this would be spinner 1.87. And consistency is key. This is why I put periods in between every single letter, because I have had several hours spent trying to solve things, much like how I had to solve this, where messages weren't going to the correct tag, as an example. Messages weren't typed in correctly. And so by having those periods between everything, kind of removes that possibility of typos. It's fun trying to keep up. Yeah, Nuke, it is a war zone in my head. I think everybody has their own way of thinking through these things, but it's all problem solving. You know, once you learn the tool, you figure it out, you know, and then you have the tools to figure it out. So the gears turning exactly. And yeah, I pride myself on, you know, keeping this relatively educational. So if you all have questions or want me to walk through one of these things again, I am more than happy to. So I'm resaving all these presets now without the health component. The health component was kind of like my fallback. It was also how I was resetting them. Now, that reset functionality, I'm moving back to this message here. Before, I had to summon water to destroy everything, but now we can just go back to the old message. Again, it was working in 0.7, 0.8 came out, and it stopped working, but now they fixed it behind the scenes and didn't tell us. And so now I'm going back to it. But there were a lot of things I had to fix in the transition. It's a good thing that they were able to fix that. Okay, so now when I interact, it should be more instantaneous. We'll see the results on the right side with those dials. So we can see it's instantaneous now. Okay, so it didn't spawn 6 to 7 because I didn't set up the asset spawner, which is over here. And we're also going to be changing each one of their starting animations to that blank one. So essentially, the way it should work is it'll play the upcoming animation while also spawning the next one in line. Which I think ideally it's going to be 7 blank. So this one will be the blank, the element 2. So we are going to be redoing all of these presets pretty soon. And that's after I re-export from VoxEdit. So we do have to re-export from VoxEdit. Alright, well, I know Halfd0rk's booting up her stream, so when she's live, I'll send the raid your way. If anybody is ever streaming in Sandbox, you know, and you're hanging out, always happy to stream or send a raid to a Sandbox streamer. I do like to keep it, you know, in our social ecosystem. Looks like it's just me and Sandbox. Oh well. Am I at 8 to 9 already? Yeah. Spinner 1.8. That kill. Okay, so this is spinner 8. When I interact with it, it summons spinner 9. Easy enough. This is 9 to, I think, exclamation. Just put the coffee on. Let's go. We'll start up your stream whenever you're ready, Hillary. I'll keep going till then. 1 dot exclamation. Yeah, at this point, all I'm doing is duplicating and renaming things. Works as intended. This is 9 to X, or exclamation to X. This will be spinner 1.x. Right. 1.xcla.kill. So we should point to X. This one's Xla. This would be 9 to Xla. This one is Xla to X. This is on spinner. 1.x. Plays it. And then it's sending out the Xla kill. All right. Five. Oh, that's 6. So which one is this? 6. This is 7 to 8. One dot 7. This is 8 to 9. Nine to Xla. And then Xla to X. 1 dot Xla. Cool. Now I'll just reset these. Alright, we can test it real quick. Yay! Control C, Control V, everything. Yep, B2. 7 steps forward, 6 steps back. Sums it up pretty well. So, it is 10:04. Gonna send Halfd0rk a raid pretty soon here. Looks like she just went live. So kickstart your raid here. Oh yeah, I did promise a giveaway, didn't I? Alright, well, you know who to at. Go ahead and at Halfd0rk for the giveaway.
You're all free now!
Yeah! Whoops. Four. Okay, so we should see them all kind of just blink out. Okay, that one's not working. Ugh. Inconsistencies, yay. Well, I'll worry about it later. Time to end. It's closing time. Closing time. Dibba-dibba-dip.
Closing time.
You don't have to go home, but you can't
Always
stay
a pleasure.
here. Mike. What are the odds?
HD.
What are the odds?
You and have a great day.
Thanks, Kay. Halfd0rk won her own giveaway. That's what we call rigged. Well, GG, Halfd0rk. That's a good sign. Today's your day, Halfd0rk. GG. Hope you all have a fantastic afternoon, evening, morning, whatever you're up to today. May it go well. I will see you in the metaverse. Or tomorrow. One or the other. Toodles!